I like that. This is a campaign launched last week called Rona Alert, like Corona Alert. It specifically targets older teens and young adults who are so over the pandemic and just want to get back to normal, but it's not quite time to go back to the way we were. The goal is to get students and others to unite, stop escalating the spread of COVID-19 in Utah, and keep our schools open.
We have Dr. Amy Kahn from Regence BlueCross BlueShield of Utah. She's joining us this morning to talk about some of the key issues and opportunities to support our young adults through this challenging time. Good to see you this morning.
Good morning, Carrie. Hey, Dan. It's good to be here.
Okay, well, let's talk about our older teens and young adults. And you say there could be a lasting impact from COVID-19, even though we're all dealing with it, this particular group in particular.
Well, that's right. Our older teens and young adults are really in a quite dynamic period in their life. They're learning, they're maybe getting some job training, they're exploring their, interests, they're adulting, if you will. Some are marrying, some are starting their families. And so the requested lifestyle changes and adoption of these public health practices are tough. When you layer that on top of all those other things that they're doing in their life. So it's not surprising that these folks are challenged. Many high schoolers and college-age students are struggling to stay the course, to take those steps to stop the spread of COVID-19 at this time.
Yeah, and it's so tough, though. I feel for especially the young people who are dealing with this. But I think one of the common perceptions or perhaps misperceptions is it doesn't matter if a young person gets it because their symptoms are often either non-existent, they're asymptomatic, or they're pretty mild. Why is it still important for this particular age group to maintain vigilance?
There's no doubt. I think many of us have been feeling this sort of pandemic fatigue, but the consequences of not taking action couldn't be greater in this age group. You've seen and reported those rates in new cases between the ages of 15 and 24. And it's important to understand that, yes, these are individuals that may not get super seriously ill, but in fact, we do know that 1 out of 20 of the Utahns that are hospitalized fall in the age group between 15 and 44. And keep in mind that there are now more reports that there can be longer-term lingering health consequences from COVID-19, and that we're seeing now this sort of lag effect where these are individuals who are spreading this infection to their parents, grandparents, maybe teachers, or others who have, other underlying conditions that make them more vulnerable.
So, Dr. Kahn, what do you think it is? How do we reach them? What will encourage them to protect themselves and others?
Well, but while becoming an adult at this time, the pandemic really offers an opportunity for these individuals to develop two key skills, qualities, if you will, that will help them become successful. And those include grit and resilience. Grit is that ability to persist and toil toward your goal. And resilience is that ability to bounce back, to recover from difficult times. I think it's incredibly important for this generation of people to embrace and seize this opportunity because really they're going to forge our success through the pandemic. And ways to do this is to find and embrace your passion, connect up with mentors or role models who can also inspire you, and stay connected to a social group that is also going to be encouraging or share the same interests. Ultimately, it's being mindful about keeping a positive attitude towards your goal. And for those who might be stumbling or having issues with anxiety or depression or worry, being sure to reach out to get some behavioral health support through your doctor, checking into your health plan, plans like Regence that offer other tools, digital platforms, and other ways to support these individuals. They ultimately will be able to forge success by paying attention to these attributes and develop these qualities going forward.
I love it. You do feel for this age group. I know it's really hard, but grit and resilience, love it. We've got synonymous terms in our family aphorisms, I think, and it really does. It pays off, but it's tough. Thanks a lot, Dr. Kahn.
We could all use a little grit and resilience.
Yep.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too.